welcome to Red Ted Art. First things first, subscribe to the channel. If you're new to Red Ted Art, I have new videos for you every Monday and Thursday, as well as some fabulous crafts every so often on a Saturday. You'll get a bonus video if there's lots of requests. Today we're making these really cute Angry Bird bookmarks, and it's in collaboration with Michelle's Cuties. She's making some Angry Bird charms out of polymer clay. They're really cute. You have to visit them. I will link them at the end of the video, and I also will link Michelle's Cuties down below if you want to check those out. But today, right now, we're making these Angry Birds. Now, lots of you have requested Angry Birds, which is why we're making Angry Birds. This is half a sheet of A4 paper. So I took A4 paper, folded it in half, and cut it. So out of one sheet of A4 paper, you can make two of these Angry Birds. So you then take this corner here to create a square and bring it over. This is how you make a square. Make sure these are really lined up, like so. And then you take your scissors and you cut along this edge. That gives you a square piece of paper. Do it as neat as you can, but to be honest, this craft's very forgiving. If it's not super neat, it's not the end of the world. So if you open this up, it's a square piece of paper. If you have a square piece of paper that's already that's great. Now you fold this corner up to here. Again, try and line it up as much as you can. I think mine isn't perfectly lined up, but there you go. Now this one up to there, like so. Now you have this sort of square. You're going to open it up, bring one of the two flaps down, like so. Now you take one flap and tuck it under, and the other flap and tuck it under. Now, those of you who know my channel, I have tons of these bookmarks. Again, check out the iCard in the corner. You know, all sorts of designs, and I love hearing from you which design you'd like me to make next. So do leave me a comment and tell me what you'd like, and I'll see what I can do. My list is long, but I will try and do more. So now you've got your basic bookmark shape. So this is where the book goes. Now you need to decorate it. So the easy thing is to get some scrap piece of paper like this. I'm going to start off with the tummy. So I'm going to just neaten off this edge. Like so. Let's see if that fits actually. That should just about fit. And then you need to cut a semicircle all the way across. See, that's quite big. That's okay, because I can cut it down. If you're not sure about cutting semicircles, you can use a glass to help you, or an old tin can. You know, just sort of have a couple of goes. I think that works quite well for me. Although that side's a bit lopsided. Here we go. There. So that's ready to be stuck down. Now I'll get my paper, a black pen and a penny, and I'm going to do the eyes. So the penny's really good. It's a good size, and you can just try out different coins that you've got to see what works well for you. And then I'm going to do a second one. Now the black markings I actually really like, because it gives it that kind of cartoon detail. So I think you want to cut round them in a way that you do still see the black marks. So let me just cut that roughly like this, so then it's easier to cut. So now I'm just going to cut. Oh, I've got a black pen on me. Cut that one eye. Careful not to smudge it, because it is quite easy to smudge. Like so. I've got one eye cut out. Like I say, if you're new to the channel, do have a good look around. I have so many crafts, lots of TV characters like SpongeBob and Patrick. I've got some more Angry Bird crafts, I've got some Minecraft crafts, but I've also got other crafts that aren't sort of characters, you know, like a pom-pom bunny that's really cute. Lots of different things for you to check out. So those are the eyes. Now I'm going to get a yellow piece of paper and draw a beak. So you can see I already cut out a beak at the bottom here. Now I actually had to draw this beak several times, because the first few times I feel I made it too small. So this is like a bit like a triangle, and then another one at the bottom. Now just draw it a few times until you're happy with what it looks like. And then again, I'm going to just cut it like this. Cut it out. And then the last thing you'll need for the red Angry Bird is some black eyebrows. Now you can draw those on, or again you can cut them out. I'm going to cut them out. And then we'll stick it all on. So then I've got my basic shapes. Get my black on the side. So it's literally just, oopsie, 2 little rectangles. Like so. Oh, they're probably quite long. Let's just make them a bit thinner, a bit shorter. There we go. Now we get our glue stick. Now when you're making him, obviously you just need slightly different designs. You've got a slightly longer beak, and then I coloured it on orange because I didn't have that sort of slightly darker yellow. I've also got some, the eyebrows, I just used a brown pen and coloured that in. Oh, when you're sticking this, sorry, I've just made a mistake. Just get the glue on the top half, yeah? Not on the bottom half, because that's going to stick out, so you don't want that sticking down. So I've just carefully wiped the glue off again. Now I'm not pressing it down too hard yet, because I want to stick the eyes behind it. So I'm going to stick one eye behind, but I did want the position of the beak, because that helps me figure out where the eye needs to go. That's one eye. Then I get the other eye, and I kind of slightly overlap it, like so. Then I'm going to get the white tummy. Line it up, like so. Get the eyebrows. Now my yellow is quite a thin paper, so it's a bit see-through-y. So you could, you know, if you've got thicker paper, it's probably a bit better. There we go. Get the eyeballs. Oopsie. Like so. And then, last thing, I'm just going to trim this just to give it kind of that rounded bird shape. You don't have to do that bit, but I quite like doing it. And also I think, like when you're doing the yellow one, by rounding it, the yellow one I just rounded off a bit flatter, and that made it, you know, makes it look sort of a bit different to the other one. Now I've got my Angry Birds finished. That's how easy it was. Now remember, this is a collaboration with Michelle's Cuties. She's made some charms which you have to check out. They are fabulous. Take a look. And also remember, the links for her are below as well. And yes, and that's it. So if you like these, do have a go. And remember to subscribe to Red Art and leave me a comment and like and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully we'll see you here again soon. Bye.